guys, and welcome to Hatch Economics, Hatch Split. Connie, I've been for like 2 months. Been traveling and planning a wedding, helping people plan their wedding, running my Laws of Enchantress, launching my Flame Coaching Academy. Just wanted to come on to tell you guys hello and also talk about the topic for tonight. So thank you guys for all the mail that I've gotten. I did not respond to all of it because I could not. I'm going to keep responding as much as I can. And I hope so far everybody's having a blessed new year. So, hey, Michaela, I have been doing my Laws of Enchantress program and I am hype. I started my program in May 1st. And my program is comprised of me doing coaching, networking, research, and reading for the top relationship and matchmakers, solely focused on getting you married. And the core of my program is self-love, self-healing, law of attraction, femininity, chakra healing, manifestation. You say it, you name it, anything to empower and uplift women when they engage in this. Hey, how you doing? So I knew what you get in is what you get out. I knew that you are the foundation. If you don't know anything about me, I'm a certified law of attraction practitioner for several years. I have all my on this day Facebook posts to prove it. And I've always been a believer in twin flames, the whole thing like that. So this has been in the making for years. This is not something I made overnight. This is something that I knew when I put everything together. It was going to be Disneyland for Black women. Literally Disneyland, where you can come in and we talk about fitness and health, hormonal weight loss. We even have a page that's super fun for cosmetic surgery. We even have a page for meditation, manifestation, visualization. We even have my Hash to Split Life coaching, which people are using to start their businesses, connecting them to free advice that's out there from the government and the state and the city. It's just amazing. But the main thing of the program is pushing traditionalism, pushing healthy, prosperous marriages. And I was shocked that I had so many happily married women flocking to my group because a lot of women don't feel comfortable, don't feel, I guess, empowered, if they are happily married, to come out and say it because there's this negativity against traditionalism. So, yeah, you want to make sure, I can't do that now. I'll check in a second. But you want to make sure that, we're all heard. So the title of this video is what? Revenge of the Sis, S-I-S. And the reason why it's called Revenge of the Sis is because of this. We as Black women, or women in general, I've been very liberal. I supported my gay friends, I supported gay marriage, all that. I'm a big supporter. But it's funny that when we want traditionalism, when we talk about marriage, when we want to date for marriage, date for courtship, when I want women to be empowered and have the confidence to know you have a right to be courted, pursued, you have a right to date for a reason, date for a purpose, it becomes a huge, you would think I was trying to sell something illegal. It became a massive controversy. And it's crazy because we're in a very, in my opinion, liberal society where we accepted escorts, we accept sugar babies, we accept strippers, we accept all types of lifestyles. And like I said, to each their own. It's America. That's why we love America, because we have the freedom to do anything we want. Or do we? Do we have the freedom to do everything we want? Do we have the freedom? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think when we start talking about traditionalism, when we start talking about dating for marriage, having prosperity and abundance, when we start talking about, nurturing healthy relationships, generational wealth, legacy building, it became controversial. So I just think that there's so many women that have bought into the reality that you can't have love, you can't have marriage, men are bad, men are evil, the whole world's bad, which is okay. I really am not here at the age of 39 to convince anyone. But I want to attract the like-minded women and know no matter where you are in life, you can have happiness, you can have health, you can have fitness, you can have what you want, but the foundation starts with you. You can't pursue anything if you're not pursuing yourself and self-fulfillment. And I learned this the hard way from personal experiences. I've done everything but loving myself and honoring myself. I had to literally dig deep and focus on self-care outside and inside. And so if you're trying to date and have this amazing relationship, but you haven't really engaged yourself, you haven't really took care of yourself, you haven't really put yourself as a priority, then how can you expect people on the outside to do for you what you refuse to do for yourself? It's absolutely crazy. So the Law of Enchantress program has been out for only 8 months. And in 8 months, we have up to 5 engagements. These are real women who invested in the program, who also made investments prior to the program, conditioning their mind, who also made investments taking care of themselves and not operating from a sense of lack, who also disconnected from all the negativity, the drama, all the crazy stuff on Facebook that distracts you from your mission, people pulling you to this camp, people pulling you to that camp. They said, you know what? I like this. I want to get married. I want to be loved. I want to have a successful relationship. If you go to Enchantress Coaching or my new page, Twin Flame Coaching, which is my new program coming up for Twin Flames, you're going to see so many reviews I've gotten from so many women I have not met. Okay? My results have been so exceptional that I've been accused of, you're not going to believe this, a witchcraft or cult. Me, a Roman Catholic Christian, a devout Christian, because women simply, oh my cat, women simply cannot believe the success. But of course, when you date for a purpose, when you vet for a purpose, what's the purpose of opening up your options if you haven't opened up your choices? What's the purpose of opening up your options if you're still dating on low vibration? If you're still having low expectations? If you don't know how to be pursued, be courted, be loved and adored? If you don't know how to have the men in your life enchanted with you and enamored with you? My fiance, I met him about 10, 11 months ago. I met him on a swirler's page. I was an admin for a very popular swirler. If you guys were there, most people know. Hi. Most people in my group were in their group with me. And he decided to fly 3,400 miles just to meet me. And I was very apprehensive. I didn't have the confidence. I was confused, and I was giving all these restrictions as to why I couldn't be with him. And literally, this man pursued me, courted me, showed me what it was when a man really wants something. And 10 months later, I am happily engaged with a beautiful 3-stone past, future, present ring, and we're planning a ridiculously big wedding that should not be happening at this size, but my father has about 12 to 11, 14 brothers and sisters, and they're all Jamaican, and my parents actually live in Jamaica, so I have to have the wedding there. It's going to be over 400 people. I'm trying to get it down to a small 200, but I don't know. I don't know. You know how we Jamaicans are, like, your cousin from long way, your cousin from this way, and it's going to be fun. We're going to be going to Ocho Rios. We're going to be having a lot of fun. And it's going to be in 2020 because I got to give my Jamaican people some time to save up money for the wedding, from the airfare. People are traveling from England, Canada, and people are traveling from the United States. It's huge. And my next enchantress, who is Leah Love, as some of you guys know her, she's actually getting married this April. Her romance took off. She was very effective. She dated for a purpose, and she is now engaged to a doctor, medical director, and they're having their wedding, beautiful wedding, which I'm going to be attending in South Carolina. And we have 2 more people, Melinda, who posted. I'm not sure when she's getting married, but I have a feeling it's very soon. And another young lady who is only posted, so I have to respect her privacy because we do care about confidentiality. So bottom line is, you are limitless. You can have the love, you can have the happiness, you can have it. You don't have to limit yourself. And I love the fact that it's not just about relationships. We have women that left domestic abuse relationships. We have women that are losing weight because we have weight loss pages within the Enchantress program. We have women that are managing their stress because they're learning how to meditate, manifest, and using vision boards. So it's just it's like a smorgasbord of Disneyland, of self-care. We're talking about going to the spa and doing stuff like that. So you want to make sure, no, I'm not doing number 600. No more. I'm not even acknowledging that 600 number. That's just crazy. If it's 600, I'm not going to my own wedding. I'm just going to turn around and be like, no. 600, how are they going to fit in the church? I don't know. Yikes. I thought I was having a small wedding. I think not. It's just very stressful. But Why I call this video the Revenge of the Sis is because it's time for us to be open. Hey, Bella, it's okay to say as a black woman, you want to be loved. I empower you. It's okay as a black woman to say you want marriage and a healthy marriage and believe that you can have it. I empower you. It's okay to say you want to be courted and adored. I empower you. I empower you 100%. I don't understand why we have to go to only certain demographics and they're allowed to spin on their head and do anything they want. And I celebrate that. I think everyone has a right to live their life the way they want to. But when you start talking about traditionalism and marriage and gender roles and, all this traditional stuff, it becomes toxic. Absolutely not. I'm a Democrat, I'm liberal, I voted for gay rights, I voted for gay marriage, all this stuff. So you're trying to tell me now I can't have traditionalism, and if I talk about marriage, you get dragged. It's absolutely ridiculous. Hey, pretty. So, it's a lot of jokes and a lot of illusions that are happening. For example, we're talking about Amber Rose. And as you know, Amber Rose has something called a slut walk. Yes, a slut walk. And she poses herself as an extreme feminist. And she does this walk and she talks about women empowerment, female empowerment. And it sounds amazing, like she says we can do whatever men can do and we don't need men and blah, 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 blah. And she sings this. And even if you agree or not, it is her right to speak her mind. It is her opinion. No one should judge her. But what I love is in her personal life, she's pretty darn traditional. Amber Rose will only date men 10 times her net worth. And I didn't make up that number. Why? If you're feminine and you're independent and you don't need no man, why? Why? Amber Rose will not date a man that normal women like me and you will consider successful. 200,000, 300,000. Why? Why? But yet, she's pushing this, you don't need a man. But when she got married, she was very traditional. In one of her slut walks, that's right, SLUT walks, she was wearing a slutty bride outfit with her boobs out, thigh highs, garter belt, veil. And she held a sign that said, sluts make better wives. Like I said, that is her choice. It's a free country, freedom of speech. But I think what you present on a public platform, your inner life should be somewhat reflective of it. So when she got married, did you think she wore a slut walk dress? Do you think she wore a scandalous dress? I thought she would. When she got married, she had a huge white princess ball gown with tears, ruffles, pelican white, with a gorgeous diamond tiara and a $12 million oval ring. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's a complete contrast to the image she's selling you. Because I don't think women understand. I don't think these women will believe they can engage you with the truth. A lot of women telling you all these things, check how they live. Most of them go home to their husband. Most of them have a ring on their finger. They're living in a nice house. But they're telling you marriage is not real. Marriage is a fairy tale. We don't need men like Amber Rose did. But yet when they get married, they make sure their men are worth 10 times their net worth. Same thing with Cardi B. As much as we can say, oh, she's this and that, Cardi B made sure when she gave birth to her daughter, Culture, that she wasn't going to be an unwed mom. Why? She's rich. Cardi B is banking, son. She doesn't need to secure. She's rich. Cardi B is probably doing pretty damn well than most of us on this YouTube. But yet, she wanted to make sure that she had a ring on her finger. Why? There was no need for her to get married. I'm pretty sure she's worth a couple of million by now. She got a contract with Pepsi. She got a contract with this and that. I don't think it's really necessary for her to get married, but she wanted to make sure when she had that baby, she had it as a married woman. You're being lied to. You are being lied to, and this is why it's called Revenge of the Sis. The complete chaos that's happening because women are being lied to. You're talking about, oh, when are we going to get married? I want to get married. I want to have a wedding. And you don't want to date for marriage. You don't want to vet for marriage. You open up your options, but you open it to chaos. Doesn't make any sense. Then you hear people, what is the right time to get married? How do I get married? First of all, if you're not dating for marriage, if you're not vetting for marriage, if you're not dating for a purpose, of course your marriage is going to take 4 or 5 years and, before you even get to marriage. And then when you get married, you might bring toxic habits from toxic situations. So, like I told women, when I did a Laws of Enchantress program, I spent a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of patience working with the top coaches, meaning going to seminars, going to feminine retreats, listening to coaches. You don't get 4 women married in 8 months for no reason. And on top of that, women were losing weight, women were opening businesses, women were leaving toxic relationships, women were cutting off toxic family members because they had to get to a certain point. They were talking about the law of attraction, the law of positivity, 12 universal laws. They were truly immersed in a different type of vibration. So it's comprised of different things. But I'm here to tell you, you are being lied to. 99% of these women are traditional. I don't care how independent she was. There is not one woman watching this video who wants to pay for her own date. I don't care how beautiful she is. Most women want their men to make more to them. Most women want to be protected and provided for. Even the most staunch feminists in real life are happily married. They talk their quack, 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 and they go home and they're married. So you are being lied to. No one's telling you how to date for marriage, how to vet for marriage, how to set your expectations. No one's telling you that. But at the end of the day, all these people who are telling you just secure the bag, you don't have to. If you date for a reason, if you date for a purpose, guess what? Outside of a certain demographic, most men who are reputable, most men who are educated, most men want their wives to look good, feel good, and be a reflection of their prosperity. And the beauty in that is your femininity. The beauty in that is you protecting your womanhood, getting in touch with your feelings, your body, being able to elevate. Just like I told my girls, when you go to an expensive restaurant, why do you go? Why do you go? When you go to a Michelin star, 4-star, 5-star, Daniel's, 1 by Land, 2 by Sea, Candela, Boathouse, when you go to all these super expensive restaurants where they got 6, 7 courses and it's French cuisine and the plates this big and the food's this little, you're paying for ambiance. You're paying for the experience. And there's something feminine. Feminine power is the most powerful on the planet. And these men want that. You have that. A lot of times we see men chasing beauty because that's the physical manifestation of femininity. And the beauty is anybody can master that. You are born with it. But you have to nurture it. We're sacred receivers. We love to receive. We're literally biologically built to receive. And whatever we receive, we give back. If we receive bullshit, we'll give it back to you 10 times. Hell has no fury like a woman's wrath. There's a reason why. There's a reason why you give her disgust, she'll give you fury, like hell. But on the other hand, you treat her well, you keep her well-watered, and well-watered means loved, adored, protected, respected, and held in high honor. She will give you enough feminine energy to do anything. And if you don't believe me, I think even men don't realize it's deeper than just the physical look. Hey, Hope, happy to see you too. I think men don't realize it's deeper than just the physical look. It's deeper than just, Tiffany's, diamonds, going out to sandals, expensive spa. It's deeper than that. When you have a man who is 100% economically sound, right? When you have a man who's 100% economically sound, does he look for his economic match? Let's just be honest here. Does he go out and say, I have to find the closest possible match to my finances when he looks for a girl or a wife? Normally, when men have a mess in the economics and that's not a situation for them, what do? They look for beautiful women. But what are beautiful women? They're walking, talking shrines of feminine energy by default. Many of them don't even have it through and through, just an exterior. It's just an exterior. So what you have to understand is everything you've been learning, most of it's been foggy with political discussion. You got this camp, this camp. No one's committed to telling you the truth. It's going to help make your life easier throughout everything in your life. Men are not looking matches. I don't care if you got 10 masters, your credit score is 900. I don't care if you have 5 mansions. They chase a certain aesthetic because that aesthetic has feminine energy. But the beauty is we all have it. We're all born with it. We all have it. And the lack is we don't nurture it. We neglect it. We don't make it a priority. Thank you so much. We don't make it a priority. And then we wonder why things are happening. We wonder why aren't people happy? And I'm trying to tell you that at the end of the day, you're never, ever, ever gonna see a guy say, well, I'm worth 700 billion, so I gotta find me a female who's worth 700 billion. It's just not gonna happen. And one of our most precious gifts, we neglect it. The ambiance you bring to a home, the feminine energy you bring to a room, your grace, your style, the way you do things. You have to understand that you have a lot of output as a woman. And the other thing I want to talk about in Revenge of the Sis, if you ain't got your water, sit down. Because I did this talk to my group, and I am going to do this talk to you. Another lie. Another misrepresentation. Submission. I think I talked about this, and when I say the word submission, women get crazy. They start jumping around like I sprayed gasoline on them and set them on fire. But I just want you to wait. Before you turn off and say, she's talking about submission, she's crazy. Every single person watching this video submits throughout the day and submits in every relationship. But like I told my followers, you have negative submission and you have positive submission. I'm going to keep saying this till it gets drilled in your head. There is negative submission and there's positive submission. Let's start with negative submission. Dating a guy, having sex with a guy, and there's no label. You have no idea if you're monogamous. You're scared to even ask him. He takes his cell phone and turns it off when you go to his house. There's negative submission and there's positive submission. Negative submission. You get dressed up to go on a date. You do your hair. You got your MAC makeup. You got your nice earrings. You may even got your lashes done, expensive perfume, red bottoms. You're looking all good. He takes you to a place where they have coloring books and crayons and booster seats, and the menu also gets crushed up as a placemat. He's not even taking to you a real date. Negative submission. Where you feel pressured to have sex for the 3rd or 4th date, because I don't know, Netflix and chill. Negative submission. You're having children and you're not married, but you want to get married. You're giving the baby the last name, but he's not giving you the last name. Negative submission. You have to understand we're always giving. That's the nature of women. But if you don't have the knowledge to be proactive and empower yourself, you don't know what you're doing. You keep giving, and finally you become giving at a default. And you start getting negative. It's like going to the bank and you're taking out money, and then go, what happens? What happens? You get an overdraft. Then you start saying, I hate banks. Banks are criminals. I hate banking, man. They be thieves. Nah, son. Nobody's a thief. You're just taking out money you don't have. You're taking out money you don't have. And that's negative submission. Going on a date, paying for your own date, Negative submission. Having a relationship where you cook, clean, and you're a domestic goddess and you work 40 hours at the house, negative submission. If you got a man who tells you he babysits his own kids, you can't babysit your own child. Negative submission. There's a lot of negative submission. Not putting yourself first and putting yourself last for people who never put you first. Negative submission. A lot of negative submission goes on, and you have no idea that you're submitting. Just like tonight. I know I was doing a live. I wanted to put my hair in my bonnet, take off my makeup, watch my MSNBC, and make fun of Donald Trump. But I know I can't come on here looking crazy, so, I fluffed my hair as much as I can. The natural texture is not as easy. Make sure my rose is up here, nice lighting. I submit to you to make sure this conversation is engaged, entertaining, and I look polished. That's positive submission. You're always submitting. Remember, you are the sacred receiver. Your job as a woman is to receive. You are reciprocal. But too many of us are giving and giving. You could be married, you could have relationships, and this is just not for relationships. Normally, when you're used to doing negative submission, you do it in your relationships, in your family, with your friends, your career, your self-care. There's no spa, no Sephora, no Macy's, no Bloomingdale's for you because you don't put yourself on that high level. Negative submission. Now, what's positive submission? Positive submission is when you're aware of your submission. You are conscious of what you're giving as a feminine divine. That means you know what you're doing. You go on a date, he opens up the car, he pulls out the chair, you take out the menu that cannot be used as a placemat. He actually had to make reservations. Positive submission. You date him for a purpose. He tells you he's looking for a relationship. He tells you he wants to get married. Positive submission means you have the power and you choose to submit and continue dating this man because he's showing you what you want to see. I'm very traditional. My parents have been married for over 42 years. I was raised in a traditional household. I was a traditionalist most of my life because I started to see the illusions that they give to women, which makes it chaotic and almost impossible to have healthy dating. Just completely chaotic. It's like going bungee jumping and not practicing, going skydiving and you just hope you land, just hope the parachute opens up. You need to prepare. You need to have a blueprint. No one wants to tell you the truth because the truth is kind of boring. There's not enough drama and toxicity for you. The truth is kind of boring, and the truth might empower you and heal you, and certain people that need you to be around won't need you anymore because you'll be healed, and they probably won't have any money to do anything with you because they want. It's the truth. Hey, Rick Cut. How you doing? And it's the truth. Positive submission. Dating for marriage. Positive submission. He takes care of you. He protects. He provides. Positive submission. Introduce you to his parents. Mom, Dad, this is my girlfriend Connie. Positive submission. You meet his friends and family. Positive submission. His cell phone that have 17 codes, 17 locks, and 2 fingerprints just to look at it. Positive submission. He actually gives you his cell phone. Exactly. Thank you for writing that about speed dating. They're making it chaotic. You are always submitting. But there's positive and there's negative. Negative submission. You can't ask a man for money. Shouldn't be asking. He should be giving you. And if you need more, then you ask. Dating for no reason. Having sex without a label. Getting pregnant without a relationship. Holy cow. Negative submission. Knowing that you have a man you can't count on, you can't call. God forbid you lost your job, you just might well need to lose his number because he's not doing it. Negative submission. You are reciprocal. You can only give out what you get. That's it. You are a reciprocal being. Once you empower yourself with that knowledge, once you understand that knowledge, And you don't let people who don't care about your happiness, who don't care about you getting married, who don't even like you, probably don't even like women, you don't let people dissuade you. This is 2019, February 16th, 10:02 p.m. EST time. Stop letting people drag you in their drama, in their toxicity, in their verbal abuse, emotional abuse. I see black women trauma bonding. I see black women getting involved. And I'm just laughing because the people doing this to you, they have a husband. They live in a house. They might be driving Mercedes Benz or Audi while you sitting down here festering over the same shit year after year. While you sitting here riding the negativity Titanic, sinking that shit year after year. You got the negativity anchors dragging you down, and you don't care because you're so blinded. This is your life. When I turn this video off, I will be engaged. I will be loved. I will be adored. I'll be respected, protected. I'm planning my life. But the beauty is every woman listening to this has the capacity to do absolutely the same. But you got people who are not invested in your happiness, not even investing in you. I don't feel they like you. Telling you what to do. And if you catch some shit, they're not going to be there for you. I truly know what it's like to wake up in the morning and not like myself. I know what it's like to wake up in the morning and saying, why am I here? Why do I have existence? Why am I around? What does my existence mean? I've been in the places where I bust my ass, worked 10 times harder, and got absolutely nothing. I've been in the places where I did all the work and none of the acknowledgement. I've seen the black women that bust their ass, work 2 or 3 jobs, and have to put themselves together day after day, even though they barely have enough energy to take 2 steps. I know what it feels like to be embarrassed, to be humiliated, to be dragged, to be psychologically abused. I know what it's like, and I'm here to tell you, you don't have to stay here. You don't have to keep living a reality of limitations, of lack, of no expectations. You can rise, you can heal yourself. But if you allow women who, A, made a decision to be negative, made a decision to hate, made a decision that doesn't even care about your betterment, to drag you into their stuff, go ahead. Because regardless, when I touch this button and turn this camera off, my life will continue. And we as women have so much opportunity. For women in my Laws of Enchantress program, which is a lifelong program consisted of several different pages, an actual step-by-step course that's continuing for only $199. I see some of these women out here getting charged $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, all kinds of thousand. Ain't nobody getting married, ain't nobody healing, ain't nobody losing weight. Just because somebody screams at you doesn't mean they're helping you. You're not a child. You're feminine. You're a woman. You don't need to be yelled at. I don't need to scream until my veins pop out my neck to get my point across. We're so used to toxicity, we don't know how to engage ourselves without it. And I'm here to tell you, it's all crap. 99% of these women want men who can provide, protect, lead, pay the bills, and make more than them. If that's not traditionalism, what the hell is? Even your favorite rapper didn't want to have a baby without being married. As raunchy as Cardi B is, as wild as she is, as much as she's twerking that ass, she made sure that ass had a ring on it before she brought her child into the world. But they don't talk about that. She doesn't talk about being married. In fact, she hid it. All the money she had, she couldn't do a decent wedding. All the money she had, because she knew that would go against her persona, because they don't believe in you. These women and women like her on social media, women like her on Twitter, women like her on the radio, I don't give a crap where they are. They don't trust you. They think you need drama and tea, which is actually verbal abuse and emotional abuse and psychological abuse. That's another reason why we're so accepting of the crap. That's why R. Kelly was able to R. Kellyin for the past 10 years, because we're not receptive to the pain of black women unless they got a split lip and a broken black eye. We only listen to black women when it's so extreme, it's undeniable. Exactly. Exactly. They're playing these games with you because they don't believe black women, any women, will buy the truth. The truth is, traditionalism works. The truth is, dating for marriage works. The truth is, loving yourself, honoring yourself, showing compassion, self care, a culture of self care, self healing works. But that's not enough. You got some women, no offense to anyone, I love you all, who cannot engage you unless it's dramatic. They're always sitting here, they got something to say about somebody. You giving all this negative energy, low vibrational energy. I hate men, I hate this, I hate that. And guess what? You're surprised year after year. You don't have the life you want, you don't have the body you want, you don't have the health, the career you want, and they're keeping you. But the joke is on you. Because when they turn off this camera, when they go into bed, they're not alone. They got rings bigger than mine. They're married. They got houses bigger than mine. They live in a house. They got cars nicer than mine. They drive a Mercedes Benz. But that's not what they want to give to you. Everybody wants you to trauma bond and trauma bond and trauma bond and be mad about this and be mad about that and be mad about this and that and I hate this and that, and no one wants to tell you the truth that you are a sacred reciprocal being, that femininity is real. Love and happiness is real. In fact, it's the gateway emotion to all the success and joy you're ever going to have in your life. I was reading this book. I wish I had it next to me. And it was called The Law of Compensation, about money and wealth. I was reading it when I was flying recently. And in the book, that's based on money, the first couple of lines were about love. Everything starts with love, the vibration of love. So if you're saying love is not real, this is not real, this, guess what? It's one source energy. It's one source of positivity. You can't say law of attraction, but then you limit yourself for love and marriage and relationships. That means you don't really believe. You can't like break up the law of attraction and say, yeah, I believe, but not for that. So I'm here to tell you, you've been lied to. We have a lot of extremism. We got people who are not invested in your progression, in your evolution, in your happiness. All they care about is getting some clicks, getting some likes, try to get some commercials on these videos. They don't care if you live or die. They don't care if you're happy. They trauma bond the hell out of you. They watch the news, they watch the media for anything that could be toxic and bonding, and they will be on here every minute. And you are addicted to negativity. Crack pipe, you are addicted to negativity, and you think it's a game. My life is great. I don't care what anybody says. Jason adores me. We're planning our wedding. I have Laws of Enchantress program. I'm starting Twin Flame Coaching Academy for all women, so you can love yourself, honor yourself. And there's so many women who have taken and invested in the program for them, getting married in less than 8 months, where it's actually more, but I have to, believe my confidentiality stuff. I can't be like, whatever, but it's actually more. Am I doing magic? Am I Harry Potter? Am I some type of mutant? No. I took the best of the best. I did the coaching. I talked to people. I paid for coaching seminars. I took notes. I wore voice recorders. I came home and I formulated this into a structured program from the best of the best from the best. And the strange thing, I remember when I started my program, but she's not even married. Neither is Patty Stanger. She's not even married. Neither is Matthew Hussey. All your favorite top relationship experts, when I was doing all 200 courses that I invested in, all your relationship experts, the top millionaire matchmakers, the top relationship experts, feminine coaches, 99% of these people are not married. But they don't get asked no questions, and Matthew Hussey charged like $4,000 for his retreats. He's not engaged. Patty Stanger is a billionaire, millionaire matchmaker, and she matches some of the wealthiest men on this planet. I don't even think she's ever been engaged. Forget about married. I think she's kind of been engaged and it was broken off. The whole point is it's the material, it's the experience, it's the expertise that I put it in. She's never been married, Jazz. Never. I actually took one of her seminars with her new assistant. Never been married. Never. And she is like probably $10,000 for an hour just to sit with her. 10,000. 10,000. So I'm back, Cherie. I've been busy traveling back and forth with my honey. I'm probably going to upload some of our videos. I've just been really lazy. And I've been doing my Laws of Enchantress program and, launching that. So just having fun, coaching, coaching Black women, talking about self-love, self-respect, something I've been doing for over 15 years. If you can check my Facebook, I got posts from 2008, 2009, talking about the same thing. I've always been a supporter of traditionalism, even when I got clowned. I've always been a supporter of healthy relationships and dating for marriage, even when I got clowned. And I'm seeing the complete chaos that's happening around me, and it's absolutely not necessary. You can love yourself, you can adore yourself, you can believe in yourself, and you can apply to yourself. Stop letting women who are not living the lifestyles they're telling you. Stop listening. Marriage is shit, but this bitch is married. Excuse my language. They're out there twerking. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, the Laws of Enchantress program is a free group. It has all the courses, the structure, the outline. I'm completely transparent so you can see what you're going to get. So it's a structured program in conjunction with several secret Facebook pages that focus on different things, but the primary group talks about marriage, and it has course 1, course 2, course 3, and the courses are comprised of several videos per courses, and you have access to all past courses, all future courses, and there's also live videos, meditation videos on separate pages. You get about like 9 pages plus the actual courses step by step. So even if you join today, you can go all the way back, which I strongly recommend, to course 1. And you can catch up with us. So it's a wonderful group. It's something that is my lifelong dream, to empower women and let them know you have the power. But I won't lie to you. My 2 girls that were successful, I will not lie to you. Oh, nice, Cherie. Oh, nice. Very nice. So I won't lie to you. My 2 girls that got engaged, they did a lot. That's why I'm saying the program is you. You make the program successful. And Leah, who also has her own YouTube channel, Leah Online, who I've grown to love. She's just an amazing woman. And she has her own dating coaching for online. Congratulations again, Cherie. And I want to talk about that too before I go. And they told me, Connie, I have to get rid of my Facebook. And I said, well, how are you going to take the program? They were like, no. I'm going to delete my old Facebook. And I said, why? Thank you, Cherie. And I said, why? Why are you going to get rid of your Facebook? And she was like, I was attached to too much negativity. I was addicted to Hotep Shima and Blackistan, and I was addicted to the divestment, just really negative, low energy. She said I couldn't, I was just paranoid, getting bombarded with the same shit, the same stuff. So I said, go ahead, sister, go ahead. I don't tell anyone to delete their Facebook. And she deleted her Facebook, and I'm going to save it, Infinite Dreams, don't worry. She deleted her Facebook, and literally, she told me, Connie, I felt light. I felt like air going onto my Facebook. I started liking Better Homes and Gardens, drapes. She started to turn into a regular lady. She started to turn into a regular lady. And she said, no more drama. I started to see decorations and flowers and recipes and do-it-yourself and home repairs. And she said it was like a way. I said, well, social conditioning, marketing. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you for the congratulations. It's social conditioning. Why do you think the Super Bowl pays billions of dollars for 30 seconds of exposure because marketing works. It works. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you have to take priority. The real divestment is getting away from negativity. So what I want to talk about is that. So, I say character first. My fiance is British, English, European. But a lot of my girls, two of them are dating. Leia's man is a doctor, he's black. And Melinda's man, who she's engaged to, is also African American, he's black. What I'm about to tell you might make you unfollow me, and you might say, Connie, but remember, my fiance is white, okay? So it's not about me, being black male identified, because I'm not. You have to take a look at yourself. Vibration matters. I am a big believer in the law of attraction. I'm a certified advanced law of attraction practitioner with Dr. Joe Vitale, one of the people who are also in The Secret. And you can look that up. I actually took a picture of my certificate just in case the crazies are here. And if you expect badness, you shall receive. I tell all my ladies, if you continue to date men who are toxic, take a look at yourself. Why are you attracting the opposite of what you want? Why are you attracting the opposite of what you deserve? Just take a look. Because a lot of girls say character first, and they don't mean that. They mean anything but black. But guess what? They bring that low vibration, low energy, and they get the same behavioral attitudes from certain men. I know plenty of black women who are dating out of their race for years, and there's no ring. Because they haven't changed their vibration. They haven't changed their frequency. They haven't healed from their trauma. So even if you get away from a war, if you suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, you're still going to be sick. Many of them claim to escape from Blackistan and Hotep. They escape, but guess what? They're still vibrating. They're still toxic. They're toxic to their sisters. They're toxic to their families. They don't date. They don't network. They think that a man is going to pop out their fridge or grow in a damp, dark corner. I've coached these women. I'm like, you got to get out there and socialize and meet, connect, and travel and see the beauty of the world and truly stop saying what you want to do or what you're doing. Just go out there and live your life and do it. And even my one of my best enchantresses, which is exactly so exactly. So you have to go out there and truly see the world. Like if Melinda was anti-black man, she wouldn't be engaged. She has a wonderful fiance who loves and adores her, and they got engaged at a great rate because she was vetting, going to marriage counseling, and all these things. So I advocate for you to be loved and adored. Whoever is that medium to love and adore you, God bless you. I advocate. I don't care if the person is this, that. I advocate. As long as he loves you, spoils you, takes you to Tiffany's, take you to Cartier. I don't know. This is what I like. Take it to Louis Vuitton. Luxury, spoils you. I don't know. Okay? So, exactly, it's quite a lot. So, it's about expectation. If you expect love, you shall receive. If you expect kindness, you shall receive. Because I remember, I'm going to tell you something disturbing. I'm a New Yorker, born and raised in New York City all my life. And I recently went down to visit Leia to help her with her wedding. I'm her wedding planner, so I'm super excited. I'll be going to her actual wedding, which is April 14th, the day of Game of Thrones. I'm going to be crying at the ceremony because you guys know I'm a Game of Thrones junkie. I already pledged my side to Queen Daenerys. So anyway, when I went down there, her fiance lives in a very posh area. I can't say where it is, but it's a gorgeous estate, like just beautiful, like mansions, big ass water fountains. You can just tell it's a very upscale area of South Carolina, like this drop dead gorgeous. Yeah, there's more women engaged, but we have to keep it quiet. But when I went there and I was shopping there, a lot of black men were trying to talk to me. I don't know if it's a woman shortage. And I'm not talking about yo ma. I'm talking about, hey, good afternoon, getting out their cars, parking their Benz and their Range Rover. I was in the supermarket. I almost had a heart attack because I wasn't used to that, just being honest with you. So you also have to look at where you are. If you're in an area that's not that great, you probably don't want to look for men, period, in that area. You know, if you're in Buckheads, yes. If you're 20 minutes from Buckheads, yes. Because I'm not a southerner. I'm not a big southerner. See how northerners, southerners. And I'm not a big Georgia person. But when I went down there and I was in these counties where when you go to church, everybody a Benz or a Range Rover or an Infinity, it's a different world. You truly have to know if you keep getting the same crap, stop. How are you feeling right now? Where are you right now? Are you expecting the best? Do you love yourself? Do you honor yourself? Start doing a 411. Because I'm not going to sit here and lie to my sisters and tell you when I was dating in New York, there's a reason why my fiance is British. Whether white or black, New York men to me are whack. Very challenging men because they don't have the morality, they don't date for marriage, they're not traditionalists, they're not cultured, they're not family-based, they're not faith-based, they don't care. Some of the most challenging men, even if you marry them, divorce rate is high. So it's a big thing about demographics and where you at. If these men, even if you get a man to marry you and they got poor, what we call in our group, marriage culture, that's another reason you should join the program. You got to find out what these men marriage culture is. You're probably like, what the hell is a marriage culture? Marriage culture is what he expects and what you expect out of that marriage. Some men like the Homer Simpson. They come home, they work for the day, they ain't doing shit. They open their bed, they watch their TV, and they will repeat that shit 365 days. That's his marriage. I come home to you, you got my last name, what? Some people think marriage culture means he could still act single, still chill with his friends. He don't care about no generational wealth. He don't care about no legacy building. As long as you marry, you got a ring, you walk around, you could tell your friends on Facebook, you could change your status to married. That's all they care about. Marriage culture. Marriage culture, mofo marriage culture. You really have to start asking, what are these men's expectations? Like I said, I am totally against getting a ring just to get a ring, just to get a ring. I am not an advocate just to get married to get married. You know why? I coach plenty of black women who are married and dying inside. I do one-on-one enchantress coaching. Check it out on Facebook, Enchantress Coaching. A lot of women are dying inside because they tell the world, I'm married, and when they go home to a living hell. They might as well go home to Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Jason, Chucky, because they're living a nightmare on Elm Street, on their street, because they had no idea of this men's what? Marriage culture. They're dating men and they have no idea what their expectations of them as a wife and themselves as a husband. Some men say, I gotta work. They're the prize. You earned me as a husband. You better work to keep me. A lot of women out here paying the bills, paying all the bills, buying the clothes, doing all this crazy crap just so they can walk around and say, I'm married. Absolutely freaking not. Absolutely not. So it's important for you as a woman to find out the marriage culture. It's important for you as a woman to know what the expectations. But you can't do this if you don't date for marriage, if you don't vet for marriage, if you don't court for marriage. Too many women use the engagement period to vet. After all that cookie, after all that air you done blew on him, after all that booty, or for all those flexibility positions, you gonna wait till you get the ring on your finger, then you're gonna start vetting? Absolutely not. That is not what we advocate. We are not desperate. We are confident women. That's why we start with self-love, self-healing, and we encourage a lifelong culture of self-love and self-healing. We always encourage put you first, you come first. We even encourage keep yourself divorce ready. Don't ever let yourself go. Invest in you. And if he wants to be a part of this investment, he got to invest in that. What I mean by that? I'm going to tell you the truth. Some of y'all messed up the game. You know why? The mercy. I don't know which one of this trend, I don't know where it came from. I'm going to end on this. I believe in looking your best and feeling your best. I believe in you being attractive as possible. But there's a certain level that if he wants you to look that perfect, he needs to be investing in your appearance. You have flooded the market with 4-star panani, and these guys have 1-star budget. You got men wanting women they cannot even afford to maintain. But you have made it such, they are so entitled. They are so entitled to this flat stomach and this small waist and no back fat and this perfect round booty and no cellulite. And if you ask these guys to pay for one personal training session, they can't even pay. If you ask this guy to pay for your gym membership, he'll look at you like you just threw fire on him. If you ask this guy to pay for your Jenny Craig or your Weight Watchers, they look at you. Got men that really think they're fully entitled to the Nicki Minaj's and the Cardi B's of the world. I'm here to tell you, absolutely freaking not. If men complain you got a stomach, great. I know a surgeon on Fifth Avenue. His name is Michael Schulman. He's been featured on Dr. Oz. He got a special going for $11,200 called the Mommy Makeover. He can tuck in this gut. He can take out this back fat. Oh, wait, what was that? Oh, you don't want to pay for that? What was that? Oh, you can't afford it? Oh, we can do a care credit. Well, wait, you can't open, you got bad credit? Stop giving these men all these trophy things and they haven't even wifed you. I pay attention. Look at Scottie Pippen's wife. Before Scottie Pippen married his wife looked like the Persian lady that fucking take your fucking dry cleaning away from you when you go drop that shit off. She was an average woman. Completely average. And he fixed that woman up like a Benz, like an antique. You see her now? She's like a Kim Kardashian clone. He put that ass on her. He throw some D's on it. Throw some D's on it. He fixed her lip, her nose. Was she busted before? No, she looked like a basic woman. But you ain't see her do all that stuff to get him. These men know better to invest in their woman. But y'all over here going to Dominican Republic, y'all over here going to Brazil, y'all risking your life, getting liposuction in the back of a hair salon, y'all over here going to the gym, nobody want to help you, nobody want to pay for you. I lost 120 pounds. That stuff is expensive. Whatever he wants, your best, and he got a complaint, say, you know what, I agree, pay it. If you're with your man and he's talking about, baby, you got some bad fat, say, you know, liposuction packages start at $3,500. Bust it down. Let these men who want the best invest in the best and stop doing everything on your own, because that's why it's so tough for you. Y'all giving people the best of the best and spending thousands of dollars just for 5 minutes. I call it being doggy style ready. I'm not saying that, you know, my hair is done. I got some grays. You know, if he want me to dye my hair. I lost weight. My body's not perfect. If Jason says, you know what, Connie, I would like for you to have a flatter stomach and your boobs aren't the way they used to be. I agree. I prefer gummy bears, double D. I would like some liposuction. And, while you're at it, transfer some stuff to the ass. Just make it rounder. You got it. I'm being an ass. They have to invest in you. And that investment actually keeps y'all closer because he's like, shit, I'll pay for that. I'll pay for that. Exactly. If he don't want to help, he gonna get all these hot dogs. He gonna get all these franks on my back. He gonna get all these chichos. Why should he get perfection? And if you show him how much it costs for 24 personal training sessions, he gonna faint. You gonna get all this stomach. You gonna get all this Goodyear, all this blimpies. Cause y'all messed up the game. I see them on Instagram. Everybody got the same shape. Everybody got the fat transfer to the booty. Everybody got the plastic surgery. I'm not hating, but y'all making the game messed up because I could see if you were being courted for wife. I could see if doing your body like that got you married. You want to be a gummy bear. We'll talk later. But that's not even it. Y'all getting doggy style ready, not wife ready. It's the truth. I could see if y'all doing all these improvements and, okay, I'm going to get married. These men are going to pursue me for marriage. They're going to protect. They're going to provide. And none of that's happening. At the most, you might get a dinner without the menu turning into a crayon board. Y'all messed up the game. We've got to cost $1,000. Natural hair is expensive. Don't talk to me about natural hair. I got natural hair. That shit is hard to maintain, and the shampoo bottle don't be bigger than my foundation. And y'all know damn well it takes about 10 bottles to do natural hair conditioners. It's a lot of money and a lot of time. And don't forget about you going to the gym, this is what your hair gonna look like. It's not gonna be straight and pretty. And the back of their hair is full of all kinds of knots and shit. Don't talk to me about now. Everything costs money. Lipstick, makeup, eyeshadow, foundation, facials, microdermabrasions, waxing, Brazilian waxing, toenails, underarm, bags, purses. Everything costs money. I don't know. I hope they don't. I don't have a lot of men followers. Very few. Very few. You don't have to worry about that because we're too girly. I don't have a lot of men. I really don't. I check my analytics and I don't. So I know. I know natural hair is more expensive. I know. It is. And the thing is that you have made so many men feel entitled to perfection with no idea of the maintenance it takes. There's so much pressure on you to look a certain way, but absolutely no freaking pressure on them to invest in that on any single level. Hey, Hey, Betty. And it's absurd. I lived in Manhattan. I worked in Manhattan. I was born in New York City. And you guys want to compare yourself to Becky. She's going a soul cycle. She has nannies to watch Bobby and Jordan while she's going to the fitting room, which is a big fitness. She's going to kickboxing. That's crazy, Cherie. I'm reading that now. She puts her appearance as an investment. And these men invest in it. She gets a baby. What do you think it's called? A mommy makeover. That shit wasn't for us. Sisters wasn't getting mommy makeover. You can't compare yourself to a man who budgets for his wife to get a mommy makeover. It's not fair to you. They be buying the strollers with 3 wheels, the one that you can jog in the park with. I see them in Central Park. I see you in Botanic Garden. They be hiring them personal trainers. Husband makes sure. Who you think the surgical term for plastic surgery, mommy makeover, made for mommies? Because mommy was getting their ass hooked up. Push gifts and push presents. All these things you're not getting. You got to wake up. I'm not saying for you to walk around like Raggedy Ann. I'm not saying you to walk around not looking your best, but there's a certain level and a certain limit that if they want you to get there, you need their help. They have to invest in you. And even if you're doing it, get married, have some kids, it's going to distract you. You still got to make sure they're putting you as a priority. You still got to make exactly the JJ rejuvenation. I think I was doing a live on my YouTube or my Facebook, and one of the girls dissed me and said, she's not even leveled up. You're damn fucking right, because if my man wants better than this, he's gonna pay for it. If Jason wants better than this, he gonna invest. Something he wanna fix, I agree with you. Pay me. Y'all don't know nothing about securing no bag. Absolutely nothing. Because by the time you're done, he don't think you need to secure anything. You come to him 100%. You come to him with the bends, liposuction, ass is done, eyelashes is done, hair is done, you got your full contour and makeup is done. Everything is done. And then when they ask you, hey, why do you do all? I do it for me. Stop that, sis. Keep it traditional. I look good for you. If this video had no messages, I'll put my hair in a bonnet. I'll be walking around my Grover nightgown and my SpongeBob bed. I'll be walking around looking crazy. But I look good for you. It's okay, ladies, to say you want to look good for men. You matter too. But if you keep saying you doing stuff only for you, you doing it for him, you're not doing it for yourself, you're doing it for you, guess what? When you get married, he's not going to invest in you because he thinks you were just doing that for you. If you say, hey, I want to look good for you too, he's going to say, okay, that's an investment we both have. If you start saying, yeah, I love feeling good for myself, but I want to be attractive for you too, honey. He's going to say, oh, yeah? Okay, let's see if we can get you this Equinox thing. Let's see if we can get you this personal trainer. But we've been so conditioned, especially us, to not even admit we want to look good for the opposite sex. So why should he invest in it? I've had women try to convince me that the only reason they look good is for themselves. You should look good for you, but there's absolutely nothing wrong in the same breath in saying you want to be attractive to the opposite sex, because once you do that and they enjoy that, they need to participate and invest in that. You have been lied to. Got all these girls looking Instagram ready and can't get a ring. Can't even get the guy to pay for the date. Can't even get the guy to walk them to the door. So that's all. That is all I'm going to do for tonight. Don't forget, girls, to like and subscribe. Share this video. Negative submission, positive submission. Remember, you are the upgrade. Take care of yourself. Go to Sephora, go to MAC, get that spa, go to Tiffany's and Company's, my favorite store. Treat yourself, love yourself. You can only get what you get out. I love you. You're worthy of love. You're worthy of attention. You're worthy of adoration. Whatever you give to yourself, you'll get back out 10 times. Stop walking around as the wounded feminine. And if you want to join my group, you can go to my free page, Laws of Enchantress. Message me if you want to sign up. Go to announcements. You can look there. You can also go to Enchantress Coaching to check out my reviews. And I'm super friendly. I have admins. If I'm not awake, they can help you. Okay? I also have my Twin Flame Coaching Academy, which I'm going to put into the links here after I'm done with the video. And I hope to see you guys soon. Okay? So blessings. God bless. Have a great night. And thank you for listening.